What if I told you that next month, Remy Ma might not be around? It's not a diss track, a marketing stunt, or even a sloppy Instagram story this time. From red carpets to hospital hallways, from black love to blacked out direct messages, Papoose is already crying. According to leaked audio, the world just found out about it in the most terrible way possible. Another one? Indeed. A nurse has already been dismissed for posting what she described as the worst record she has ever seen. And Remy's condition is irreversible. I've never seen or appreciated his most recent post, which was just a single candle emoji with no explanation, or caption just grief. Why is Clarissa Shields, who was recently seen exiting a hospital lobby at 3 a.m, so quiet? What happened? Is this karma, a curse, or something odd? Let's take this emotional roller coaster back in time. Celebrities are DMing her, the internet is going crazy. And we dug further because, trust me, what we discovered transcends illness. Blood is already being written for what may be the final chapter. Here we start in a dark hospital hallway with whispers resonating and nurses pacing. During all of this, Papoose is seen alone, looking pale and trembling. And he is said to be clutching a test result as though it were a death sentence. However, how did we arrive here? Let's talk about Remy Ma, the lyrical assassin who was born in the Bronx and is now a reality show star and a magnet for public controversy. Clarissa Shields, 50 Cent's needs, her battle with Nicki, gun charges, jail time. And devious link rumors are nothing new to her. A husband who waited for her during her 6-year sentence. A man who turned every L into a sonnet on Instagram. A man who reportedly had her back even when she was out partying with Lil Meech. A man who supported her like a loyal soldier. Papoose, the poster child of black love. And even Kingsbreak, according to multiple anonymous sources, because of course, no one wants their name on this. Remy Ma was supposedly conducting interviews because she had been hiding a health condition for months. Her body was collapsing as she yelled at Drink Champs backstage producers. Insiders close to her team claim that she began experiencing exhaustion, blackouts, and inexplicable weight loss, but she dismissed these symptoms with laughter rather than seeking assistance. She said, "I'm just tired of the drama," to a stylist who had been let go for disclosing the exchange to blogs. One nurse who contacted her using the nickname NYC Scrubs asserted that she was suffering from a deadly illness rather than tiredness. Despite her statement that "I just need rest," on false pretenses, Remy got admitted to Mount Sinai, according to this nurse. Remy didn't want Papoose to know why he's gone through enough and doesn't deserve to watch. He fades. So he didn't even tell him until 2 days later. Take a moment to process that. The man who sent love poems to her while she was in jail was left outside the hospital. And the man who stood by her side when everyone else abandoned her was not even allowed to sit by her hospital bed. Her status as a VIP privacy placenta designation for someone in difficulty and powerful was disclosed to the personnel. According to medical workers, Papoose broke down in the corridor and began sobbing hysterically after learning the news. According to one janitor, "I thought someone just died." He shouted so loudly that it seemed as though his soul had left his body. Hold on, let's take a breath. We're referring to Remy Ma, the self-described Reminisce the ruler, who was still clapping back at detractors at events just a few weeks earlier while sporting Fendi boots. Posting enigmatic Instagram posts like "You'll miss me when I'm gone." The saddest part is that this diagnosis wasn't a surprise. And it turns out that wasn't a metaphor. Sources claim that since last summer, she has been undergoing private treatment. We do know that one insider described the diagnosis as aggressive and life-shortening, but it hasn't been made public yet. Fans aren't buying it, especially after leaked footage of a woman was released. Another team member tried to mend the damage by writing a statement claiming it was only stress-related difficulties. Who appears pale and fragile like Remy, while being brought down a hallway in a hospital gown. Overnight, hashtags like #PAPOOC pain Hashtag prayer for Remy and even hashtag Remy too late became popular. TikTok detectives matched the hospital tile pattern on Twitter. And one fan theory suggested that Clarissa Shields put something in Remy Ma's drink during that now-famous birthday party collapse, while another conjectured that Remy Ma was cursed by a scorned ex. Papoose, ever the wordsmith, has since deleted all of his Instagram postings and gone totally silent. In just one day after Papoose's enigmatic candle post went viral, internet investigators and messy insiders went into overdrive, turning the narrative from upsetting to downright terrifying. If you thought part one of his stories was strange, you haven't heard anything yet. Every one of his stories is blank, with the exception of one that features a burning candle and the caption, "Light for those we can't hold anymore." What exactly? Does that mean has she left already? Do they have us braced for the worst? The voicemail, a recording allegedly left by a hospital insider on Papoose's phone, was leaked. They lied to her husband. They told him it was just dehydration. A female voice murmurs in the now-deleted tape, which was temporarily posted to the sketchy gossip website T-Spilled x3. However, when the labs returned, they discovered that it had spread. She doesn't have much time to spare, and everything changed suddenly with that one dreadful word, transforming what seemed like tiredness into a death sentence. One fan wrote, "We saw Remy fight Nicki Minaj, and we watched her fight in prison. But this, you can't battle." Another fan wrote, "If Remy Ma dies and Clarissa Shields posts one celebration pic, we're riding at dawn." Speaking of Clarissa, brace yourself, she is the prime suspect after being spotted wearing an oversized hoodie when she entered a Brooklyn hospital approximately 12 hours after the voicemail leak. Clarissa was in the facility for less than 15 minutes, refused to talk to any employees, and then left as if she had just seen a ghost. According to gossip page BX, Clarissa was wearing dark shades and was joined by two guys who appeared to be bodyguards. She went live and stated, "Don't let IG fool you." Some of these women aren't angels, they just got better PR. Some people like to play the victim when they've been the villain for years. If a boxer didn't know something was about to happen, why else would she need protection at a hospital? Not only did Clarissa post subliminals, but 50 Cent, who has a long and messy history with both Remy and Papoose, also did so. He posted a picture of himself laughing in a hospital gown with the caption, "Y'all better get your checkups. You can't. Be tough if you're dead." Fans went crazy with one comment saying, "This isn't funny, Fifth. That woman's fighting for her life." She didn't name names, but let's assume she wasn't referring to Remy and that line about superior PR. Remy Ma is currently undergoing private treatment for a personal medical issue. She asks for respect and privacy at this time. That's it, no diagnosis, no update, not even is she stable, just vague PR speak. But the people, they're not dumb. They've seen this story unfold like a Shakespearean tragedy, and they've started piecing together the puzzle. Continue reading. Rhee's team eventually issued a public statement, but it just made things worse. Not the king of petty being petty at a time like this. The strange but widely held belief is that Clarissa cursed her. It seems that in 2021, Clarissa made a jest about giving up boxing for Brujeria Spanish for witchcraft in an old tweet. Remy M should have stayed out of the ring, and she wasn't joking is one of the phrases that fans are reposting after taking pictures of that post. The second industry sacrifice hypothesis is making the rounds on YouTube, with some people saying that Remy Ma was chosen as the next industry casualty. The candle emoji, the leaked voicemail, and the hospital appearance are all part of the script, according to a very loud segment of the internet that thinks it is a sick and twisted marketing plan for Remy Ma's reported docuseries. One user said, "Y'all are forgetting this woman got a bet deal. This isn't agony, this is public relations." In the meantime, a different widely shared video even asserted that the symptoms were similar to those of radioactive poisoning, which is the same type of poisoning employed in Theory 3 of espionage assassinations. I know more than I can say right now," he said live, adding gasoline to the flames. One fan even held a sign that read, "We lost Big Pun. We can't lose Remy too." In addition to the fact that murals are already lining the streets of New York, city and candles are being lit outside of the former Terror Squad haunts. The most significant hint of all may be the wire transfer, yes. An enigmatic $250,000 payment was allegedly made by Isn't Just Any love and hip-hop scandal. This is something much bigger, deeper, and more dangerous. Here we have one leaked voicemail, one deleted Instagram Live, a boxing champion with something to hide a crying husband, and now a secret Swiss payment. Remy Ma's label made the payment to a specialty clinic in Switzerland that only takes terminal cases. And it was posted on Reddit for about 2 hours before it was taken down, but not before screenshots went viral. "I know you didn't want me to see you like this, but I can't stay away if you forget me, if you shut me out, if you leave this world with hate in your heart," says a man using a cracked voice that barely holds itself together in the Remy Ma voicemail leak that surfaced online late Sunday night was not a leak from the hospital, a fan, or even a close friend. Rather, it came from Papoose himself. The leak was titled for her, "If I Lose Her." She was his queen, and she's slipping away. It isn't just a love story, it's a tragedy. It's not a scripted drama. This is Shakespeare and Tim's. The internet didn't just cry, it fell apart. Within minutes, users synchronized the voicemail with slow-motion Papoose interviews and black-and-white Remy footage. Thousands of comments poured in. But as usual, when the tears stopped, the questions came because not everyone believed the clip. In fact, users with verified PR ties started pointing out flaws in the timeline, the voicemail, which started out as a heartbreaking farewell message, quickly became Exhibit A in a developing theory that the entire story from diagnosis to drama to tearful audio was a rollout before the lawsuit began to fly. Mount Sinai Hospital confirmed that 2 employees had been fired for unauthorized access and release of private VIP records. How did this voicemail leak so quickly? Why didn't it match Papoose's speech patterns from previous interviews? Why was it posted from a burner account connected to Remy's rumored documentary producers? One of those employees unexpectedly responded on social media, writing, "Remy isn't tired of you guys being taken advantage of. I didn't reveal anything that they wanted us to fire." The internet exploded again as the line between performance and truth became blurry, leaving many wondering if Remy was truly dying or rewriting the history of reality TV. Meanwhile, those close to Bet claim the network is in final negotiations to approve a limited series based on Rhee's health crisis, which is currently airing under the title Final Bars. Fans are naturally divided. Half of the internet wants answers, and the other half wants season 1 on Netflix tomorrow. However, things became even more complicated when a phony obituary listing Remy Smith, 44, with a service date pending family approval, began to circulate. The funeral home's owner appeared visibly shaken on Facebook Live. Executive producer Papoose, the same man who is crying in a hallway and pleading for privacy, is now allegedly selling the story to streaming platforms, declaring, "We have never provided services for Remy Ma, and this sick prank is generating hundreds of calls for us." With over 600K viewers, one YouTube commentator went so far as to claim, "This whole thing was designed to go viral, get sympathy, push a doozy, and reset Remy's public image. Please stop." People started to speculate that someone inside the circle wrote the obituary to test fan reactions and see how much buzz the death would generate. Is the last stage of celebrity marketing known as grief monetization. And in all of this, where's Papoose? He has disappeared, stopped talking, and stopped posting, interviewing, and appearing. One follower claimed to have spotted him wearing a sweatshirt and dark glasses as he boarded a plane to Costa Rica and sobbed into it. After reading something on his phone, another admirer says he was spotted in an airport in New York. All of a sudden, Clarissa Shields is booked for interviews and appearances. I never wished death on anybody, but if you lie on my name again, don't be surprised when I die. She says in a preview for her own mini-documentary, Unapologetic. Show up. At your bedside, is it a threat, a publicity stunt, or just another piece of chess in a game we no longer even see? This is where things get really crazy. A leaked secret will that was purportedly drafted last year names Papoose and DJ Envy as beneficiaries of an enigmatic offshore account in the Caribbean. No one knows what to make of this. Is it real? Is Envy involved? Why is there Caribbean money involved? Is this a case of loyalty laundering? Or not only is this a celebrity breakdown, but it's also a narrative war, with lies, leaks, and emotional manipulation all fighting for control, and the fans are just trying to keep up. 1 minute, Remy is unconscious. The next, she's executive producing. The next, Pap is collapsing in a hallway. The next, he's allegedly producing scripted voice notes. And then there's a funeral. She is really dying. Why leave everything? To a DJ with a history of scandal and a man she hasn't posted in months. One thing is certain, we've never seen anything like this, and something tells us we're not even at the end yet. Now it's your turn to speak. Is Remy Ma truly fighting for her life? Or are we all just extras in the most twisted public relations campaign hip-hop has ever seen? Did Papoose truly break down? Is it a tragedy or the most brilliant rebranding in hip-hop history? What's real, what's fake, and what's the end game? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section if you believe this is the end of Remy Ma's story or just the beginning of her next chapter. Was Clarissa really involved? Is 50 Cent telling us something or trolling? Most importantly, will Papoose ever get over the fact that Remy Ma will never speak again? If this video left you in a state of shock, please subscribe for more emotional content, leaked stories, and viral truths. Or is he crafting a story that transcends love and loss? Because somewhere between candle emojis, erased lives, and mysterious Swiss clinics, the truth got buried. We don't just report on the drama here, we expose it. So you won't find these kinds of exposes anywhere else. Keep checking back to see what happens next. Rewriting hip-hop? Possibly.